Hey everybody, I hope you guys are all doing okay. Welcome back to our Battlecry 3 100% Ironman playthrough. In this episode, well, first of all, let's do a slight recap of what happened last episode. Last episode, finally, we hit the final rank for spells cast. We never have to grind this ever again. We'll still slowly accumulate more spells just because we have items that cast spells, but we don't have to get any more of these for the purposes of our own 100% goals. So that's good. That's one grindy thing out of the way, and 5 of them left to go. This episode we're going to be working a little bit. Mainly we're going to be working on enemies killed, because we're going to be doing a long session in our usual, meat grinder map. But before we do that, we are going to be killing a few heroes. We're going to be doing a quick series of jousts in Bartonia. Now, usually I just start off with one joust. This time I'm actually going to be doing 5 jousts. And the reason is because last episode we hit... this sucks. I'll kill this one guy. Never mind. The assassin is moving in our direction. Yeah, I really shouldn't have even let it go that long. I should have immediately resigned. I was like, oh, maybe we'll be able to kill one of them. No, you see an assassin, you just retreat immediately. Tinker, Summoner, Chieftain. These are all easy. It doesn't really matter which order we do them in. But we'll just do it like this. And something has killed the sound effects again. Well, like, is it resigning that causes that to happen? I don't know. There's a lot about this game that I do not understand. Okay, so this was not what we wanted. Are the heroes all dead? No, I think there's one. The heroes are all dead. And then this is the last set of items. Now, what is this? Yeah, nothing exciting there. And we'll even go through the motions of waiting for the battle to fully end rather than resigning. Just, so we can form up a few battles won as well.
You are victorious.
We are victorious. So we're going to be doing 5 jousts. Winning 5 jousts, rather. Or, in other words, killing 15 heroes. Assuming we don't run into any more assassins. Merchant, easy. Healer, easy. Summoner is the only thing that could even remotely think about maybe one day threatening us. But wasn't really able to do very much. Heroes typically, I don't think, start with full mana. I may be wrong about this, but I think they'd have to wait a while and get some mana back before they're able to cast their, their high-level spells. So maybe that's why Banner of Rage is not the Banner of Azure, so that doesn't really do much for us. Platinum Helm, not that exciting either. What is this? Oh, the Khazrimi, yeah. Okay. Yeah. We're gonna do 3 more of these. I know it's gonna feel like a grind, and that's because it is. But, you know what? It's gotta be done. The reason why I have this extra urgency about killing heroes is precisely the fact that we hit 450 but didn't hit the 8th rank, which makes me worry that there's some crazy number that we're gonna have to get, like, I don't know, 700 or something. And if that's the case, then obviously it'd be better for us to... Oh, you piece of garbage.
An enemy hero has been destroyed.
If that's the case, it'd be better for us to
An enemy hero
get
has been destroyed.
as much progress on it as we can while doing our other stuff, so that we don't have to get all of it done in one go, you know? And I think this is the first battle we fought where we are actually using the Orb of Godly Power. The main thing that does for us is the extra HP. Is there some...
Enemy has been vanquished.
Is there somebody left that we haven't killed? I don't think so. And indeed, there comes the victory applause. So I think we just gotta do 2 more. I lose count very quickly. Even with such a small number, like 5 of these, I'm pretty sure this is our 3rd. I'm pretty sure
Victorious.
2 more of these need to be done. Alright. Just do... Come on. Let's get this done. There is a quicker way to do this. And the quicker way is by, instead of waiting for the battle to end, you just kill the 3 heroes and then immediately resign.
An enemy hero has been destroyed.
But what I'm doing is...
An enemy hero.
Oh, what the...
An enemy
Did you see
hero
that?
has been destroyed.
There were 2 special items that one hero dropped. And that's exactly what I was saying. I was like, I want to see what these heroes are dropping, because we might get something cool. And this is special. This is... But what do you... What piece of... Why... Why did... Did I click on my boots? Anyway, as much as I don't want to, I'm gonna be dropping the Fire Giant's Horn. I think it's not that special of an item. That, like, we can find a better one, or like we can find the same one later on, would be my guess. Like, if we really want that back.
Troops are under attack.
But like, resist fire isn't something that we really need that much. Thunder Shield, don't really need that. Kill these guys.
An enemy has been
I mean, neither of these items are really going to be used by us. This is kind of interesting, but we'd have to use it in place of one of these 2. What was this? Oh yeah, this is the horn that we dropped.
victorious.
Okay, and I believe this is the last one that we have to do. We go into our stash, which is once again completely full. Ay, yikes. And what do we even do if we find something that we want to pick up? Well... What am I doing? What am I doing? Yeah, that's what. The Sword of Sir Aronach is the most kind of redundant out of all of these. It's basically a worse version of the Vorpal Sword. So I am prepared to sell this or even drop it on the ground. Yeah, you know what, actually... Let's hold on to these Coatl items, because these are, I think, the ones we're most likely to find a copy of, and then immediately we'll know we found a copy of it, and so we can get rid of it on the spot. The other one we've already demonstrated can be found as a regular drop. We've demonstrated it can be found as a regular drop. Because indeed we found it as a regular drop. Last episode, I do believe.
An enemy hero has been destroyed.
That's one down.
An enemy hero has been destroyed. An enemy hero has been destroyed.
And then we need to see what this item over here is.
An enemy has been vanquished.
Oh. We hadn't even killed everybody.
Has been
But I think that is everybody. Oh. Where are these guys? Where were these guys? They're just coming out of the woodwork. Now that I'm trying to end the mission. Anyway, they're dead now. Let's not worry about it. And you know what?
You are victorious.
We are victorious, but what I'm gonna do is I'm actually gonna go to the market now, and I'm gonna sell things right now because we're gonna need the space. So the Tome of Change I'll hold on to. So same for the Orb of Etheria. What we'll do is I'll sell the Sword of Sir Aranok as much as I don't want to. Wildfire, I don't know what that does. It might be a really awesome spell. Ring of Warding, I think, is also one that we've... I mean, but it also seems kind of interesting, so I guess the only thing we're gonna sell is the Sword of Sir Aranok. Because everything else, I can at least imagine a situation where we might want to hold on to it. Anyway, it's gone, it's done, it's over. Okay. It's there. Hold on to the ring. Yeah, okay, we have one free spot. One free spot. Now we go into our skirmish. Into our farming map, the meat grinder. Remember, we've got one of the few things we have to manually set in this map is the enemy difficulty. And in this case, I'm even going to manually set the race. I'm going to make them all knights. And other than that, a couple other things. No titans. No, we'll leave it. We'll even allow them to build dragons, because that seems to be bugged anyway. Tough starting towers. And tough towers, and... do we want no towers? I mean, it's gonna stop them from wasting their resources on towers when they can instead spend them on units to throw in our direction. I'll even do no dragons, just because maybe it'll work this time. Other than that, I think we're good. Everything else is good. I'll allow them to stay at keep level 5. And let's just jump in and see how this goes. Let's see how this goes. And this is going to be different from the last few times that we engaged in this exercise, because this time always, like, our hero doesn't say anything the first time I give him an order, on this map in particular. Something about where he's standing, maybe. Anyway, what I was saying was, the difference between this time and the last few times that we've done this farming map is that this time we don't have quests to worry about. And this time we're also not going to bother farming for spells. So it's going to be purely about just getting a large amount of kills. And of course, letting our obscenely strong towers do most of the work. Now there are a few things about these opponents in particular that's gonna make things a bit complicated, and I might as well just put it on very fast speed from the get-go. A few things are gonna make this complicated. That is the fact that the knights get
New armies and
siege
buildings are
weapons.
available.
Specifically, they get catapults, and catapults have long ranges, but I believe we can outrange them, and I don't think they get range bonuses. We'll find out. The other thing, and this one I actually don't remember, is whether these guys get flaming arrows.
New buildings are available. Quest complete.
Might as well, you know. Might as well start getting some people that we can start throwing outside as bait, as distractions. Might as well start building some stuff as well. Ah, no, I should have. I should have built the granary? What's it called? Well, I should have built the Fletcher, the quartermaster first. And then... Actually, no, let's... Yeah, it is the granary. Let's build the granary next. I think this should still leave us with room to...
Buildings are available.
Okay, what are we low on? We're low on stone. Not surprising because we, you know, spent a bunch of it on this single earth elemental. Oh, sure, let's move on to level 4. Let's build the quartermaster. If we build it here, will we have room to get out? I guess we'll find out soon.
Research complete. New buildings are available.
Already getting some work done in terms of kills. Get that.
New armies are available.
Oh, well, hang on a second. I had a feeling this would happen. He can't just walk around. He's gonna be stuck. So build it, I don't know. Build it here, I guess. And you guys can start going into that ore mine, and we can get trade there, income there, and it'll be a while before we can get palace level 5. One thing about the knight archers is I don't think they're gonna have huge ranges.
Quest
Yeah, we can have a Lich Lord on our side. We're already siege weapons. Are we good?
Quest received.
There we go. Ooh, and he can even turn dead units into skeletons. Which, that I'm not too worried about. 3 knights?
Quest
I mean, actually, let's see what item we get for this. Now, the downside to this is they are gonna have to send a specific unit against us. Not the knight champion, but the regular knight. That and only that unit is gonna count for the purposes of that quest. You know what? Go into gold, I guess. I think we
quest complete.
killed it. Wait, what did we get? I'm gonna have to look back to see what happened there.
Your base is under siege.
Okay, so we're gonna wait. Oh, hold on. I'm gonna have to put my guy on stand ground mode because I don't want him running off. I don't want 12 goblins. And I don't want this garbage. 6 ghouls. They're just basic infantry. I wanna. So this is a bit of an issue, right? These catapults. We do have the range to take them down.
New buildings.
Oh, yeah, we're
are
not killing
available.
enemy heroes. We do have the range to take them down, but the problem is that because melee units are going out in front of them,
Quest complete.
this is just going to improve our gold income. And I think this is a good idea as well. And the rest of these quests are not that exciting. Let this guy stand a little bit on the outside. Maybe we can distract some of these guys. Yeah, these guys get Archons as well. Pretty tough enemies. But they're not always using their catapults effectively, right? Sometimes they just send them out in front like this. We had a brief window where we could have taken that catapult down without it doing any damage. But we weren't quite able to do. Oh, you morons! What are you doing? Let's just send these guys into, I don't know, crystal. And you now build something. Let's build an archway, I guess. No, not an archway. What am I talking about? Build me a library. Actually, no, build me an Eyrie. Let's start getting some dragons of our own. Oh, you morons! Oh, why would you program peasants
Troops are under
to think that they're combat units? Our guys are our towers are taking a bit of damage, but they're hanging in there. Yeah, let's upgrade that.
upgrade complete.
Yeah, you're good over there. None of these are exciting to me. Nor is that. We don't need to do quests anymore, of course. Okay, let's do this quest again, and then this time I'm gonna read what the outcome is. Because I feel like we may have gotten may have gotten robbed a little bit. Alright, well, what happens? 2 out of 3 knights. Okay, well, we gotta kill one more. Let's do that. Now let's build a library. And you know what? Let's build a barracks.
New armies are available.
And now surely we're done. Okay, what? A single gold piece.
Quest complete.
And then it flies off. Okay. Yeah, that is a bit of a troll. A bit of a troll quest. Okay, I think we can stop producing these guys. Frost dragons, I think, are the most useful because they can freeze and therefore slow down the enemy.
Beware, a titan walks the earth.
And there's the first titan. So where is he? Who? This guy. I mean, all 3 of them are going to build their titan eventually, right? But the purple guys got there first. So congratulations to them.
Research complete.
You know what? I'm gonna start getting flaming arrows, and I'm gonna start putting archers into my towers. Just because I'm a little nervous, and I just want to see how it works, right? We've got to find something for ourselves to do. You know what? Where are you?
The Emperor is here.
There we go, Lion Throne.
Time for peace has
You
ended.
can stand ground.
I shall brook no insolence.
Are you stuck?
No one shall defy me.
No, you're not. Okay, good.
Careful. Imperial Archer, reporting for duty. Ready.
Right, now putting these archers into these towers, it's going to do 2 things. Number 1, it'll give them slightly more damage. That doesn't matter that much. It'll give them slightly more range. That actually does matter, because like extra range can mean the difference between getting hit by one catapult shot or taking that catapult out before it can even think about doing anything. So for that reason, it's kind of important. But perhaps more important, it'll change their damage type to fire, which I think might be slightly better against some of these units we're fighting. Right. Is their Titan moving yet? Well, kind of. Now he's on the move.
Research complete.
It's gonna be tough to put, like, when towers are stacked vertically like this, it can be very hard to select the exact tower that you want. I think I basically have an okay sense for how to do it. Okay, where is their Titan? It's very important that we keep an eye on this guy. Surely we haven't already killed him without me even noticing.
Imperial Archer, reporting for duty.
Did we? That would be very anticlimactic if that's what happened. Okay, no, there he is. No, this is a No, this is the Purple Titan. He's trying to be a bit sneaky.
Imperial Archer, reporting for duty.
Yeah, so extra protection.
Fire. Careful.
I'll start
Ready.
from the
Careful.
top and then go down.
Quivers are full. Imperial Archer.
And I don't have to limit myself to one per tower. Right? I can keep going. But one is just a good starting point.
Imperial Archer, reporting for duty.
No, this is asking us to kill heroes.
Your troops are under attack. Beware. A Titan walks the earth.
Treasure hoard?
Imperial Archer,
Quest
reporting for duty.
received.
Sure. I mean, it won't take us long to kill 20 enemies.
Ready. Sighting target. Take aim.
I think our Lion Throne might have taken a bit of damage.
Imperial Archer, reporting for duty. Sighting target. Careful. Take aim. Imperial Archer, reporting for duty.
Okay, now who was the second person to build their... Okay, Blue has built their Titan. Oh, wonderful. They, I think, got taken out before they could even
Reporting for duty.
get close enough for their Novas to reach our towers. And, of course, the Titan moves slowly as well. That's the other thing that helped us. Oh, and they're finally building dragons. I was like, it looks like these guys aren't building dragons. But no. They are. The no dragon thing seems to be thoroughly bugged.
Quest received.
Imperial Archer, reporting for duty.
Quest complete.
Alright. More dragons. And I think we can stop with the archers.
Sighting target. Take aim. Ready.
But this one has 2, and then this one
Sighting target.
has none. This tower that's right across from there
What is this?
doesn't have any. So this one, yeah. Okay. And yeah, we can have you stand ground. Now this is basically how kill grinding is gonna go. Is we just sit here with our strong towers and wait for the enemies to come towards us, and we kill them. And basically, yeah, that's all there is to it. And it's actually a fairly relaxing experience, especially now that we don't have to worry about, you know, grinding spells or grinding quests is the other thing. Especially happy that we got done with all that stuff. But nonetheless, there's no escaping the fact that it is a bit of a grind. So, you know, there's just that part of it which is gonna have to happen
Research complete.
regardless. So might as well just try and enjoy it as much as we can. And eventually we're gonna have to start potentially saving and loading our game. If these guys look like they're getting stuck, but so far they are coming at us pretty consistently. Although it's starting to look dormant. Where are these guys getting sorcerers from?
Your buildings are under
What is their hero? Illusionist? I don't. That one is a bit strange to me. All right. What do you? That dragon made it pretty close, actually. I'm a little surprised. He kind of dodged a lot of our shots. Not intentionally, of course. The AI isn't that advanced, but sometimes just in the random movements they make, they can like just barely dodge a lot of the arrows coming in. And since the arrows come in like volleys, kind of like you get in range and then every tower in range will shoot all at once, if you sidestep one, chances are the others are gonna miss too. So there's that part of it as well. What I'm gonna do now is just to encourage things to keep moving along, I'm gonna save my game and then I'm gonna load the game that I just saved. And sometimes what this does is it causes enemy troops that were previously just standing still and not doing anything to then start moving in our direction. Or to like start forming up, joining up, and then coming in as a proper attack. The downside to saving and loading is that sometimes if you have units garrisoned inside towers, they will just glitch into non-existence. The other downside to saving and loading is that because these attacks are gonna like come at you all at once, it can be quite a bit to deal with. Because they'll be building up, and then all of that stuff will come at you in one go. And it looks like the last guys, these guys, have built their Titan. So good job dudes. Look forward to meeting you. You know what? Slow down, dude. Stand ground. Alright, looks like we shook them loose quite nicely. The other thing I'm going to keep an eye on is what are the level that their resources are at. Because round about the time that they start running out of gold, or whatever the primary resources that they're spending, round about then is the point where, at least from what I've noticed... Oi, 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 don't. What are you doing? Something made this guy... Oh! Something made this guy move back. And there's another glitch, is that if your guys are on stand ground mode, and if they're ranged, and if there are neutral units in range, they will start targeting them as though they were enemies. And while I was distracted with that, their Titan obviously got killed. So all kinds of things happening in one go. But I think we got through that pretty okay. It just sucks that this thing got destroyed because now it just looks a bit off. I guess we can build something in its place. Let's build an archway in its place in memory of that mausoleum that got destroyed. And then we can research a few things on that, you know, if you really want. Might as well just research everything, just because what else are we gonna do, you know? Blacksmith, is there room to build one? I guess we can build it down here.
Armies are available.
We're just building all kinds
complete.
of dragons. Alright, what
Research
are your
complete.
resources looking like? They're going down quite a bit, actually. Like, these blue guys are really putting in work. They're getting through their
Your
gold
base is under siege.
wonderfully.
Your troops are under attack.
This mausoleum should be repairing itself soon as well. Or maybe it needs to be damaged more first. Because sometimes neutral buildings will repair themselves. This one doesn't seem to be doing that, at least not yet. It's not that important, it's just something that I was a little bit curious about. And yeah, that's basically it. It's basically what this battle... Ooh, one reason of why I wanted to fight the knights, and you just saw that happen right now, is that one thing their general unit can do is that it can summon extra units. And those extra units will ideally then turn into extra kills for us when they send them towards our base. Now, with the unofficial patch, one change that it makes is that summoned units don't stay there permanently. They're only there for... like, it depends on... like, a bunch of different things. But eventually, if we were playing with the unofficial patch, these summoned units would eventually vanish. But because we're not playing with this unofficial patch, these summoned units will not vanish, and I'm hoping that it does translate into a lot of extra kills for us. But we'll have to see the statistics in the end to know for sure. Certainly does look like a lot of these swords are coming in our direction. And it doesn't cost them resources to build the sword. It only costs them resources to build their general unit. But then they can summon the swords for free. I'm just gonna put these peasants on stand ground mode so that they don't act like they're, you know, Rambo or whatever the fuck they think they are, running out and trying to kill this entire army by themselves. Right, looks like blue is probably gonna run out of resources first. Purple isn't far behind. Green seems to be holding on to his resources a little bit more. But in any event, we're going to keep going until the speed at which they're sending units towards us slows down, is the gist of it. And the real question to ask with these knights, like the pro versus con situation is, well, number one, we haven't confirmed that our kill count is going to be higher. But if our kill count is higher, the question then will become, is it high enough to justify the extra things we've got to worry about? Namely, the fact that they have catapults. That's something we will have to figure out by the end of this battle. But for now, we're still on very fast.
Complete.
For now, let's just let us just get through this the way we normally do. Looks like another dragon has joined us. I think at this point we can even stop producing... Yeah, there's no reason to stop producing dragons though, is there? 'Cause what else are we going to do with all our money?
Research complete.
And that was a case of them not using their catapults well because they were just exposed without units in front of them to absorb the arrows. That, why not? Just gonna convince those eagles to fly towards us. Looks like these guys are kind of getting a little congested, so we might have to save and load just to... Although the other two seem to be mostly fine, so we'll wait a bit. We'll wait a bit.
Your buildings are under attack.
But how is this looking? Oh, they've even gone through the crystal. Pretty impressive for them to be blowing through all of these resources.
Research complete.
Oh, one of... Why did... I assume that's the purple hero. But why did he just come in our direction, like, unprompted? After, you know, not having moved for almost the entire map. Like, this guy's standing still. This guy's standing... Why did that guy move?
Research complete.
Curious. Very curious indeed. Let's see what...
Your base is under siege. Research complete.
You know what? I'm just gonna quickly send my hero out to see what this item is. It's garbage, so don't worry about it. Right. And purple now is pretty close to running out of resources. Yeah, even green. Even green after all that. Alright, how is this looking? I think we are gonna have to save and load pretty soon because it looks like things have slowed down on all fronts. So if we load our game now, it should encourage people to, you know, start moving around. Yep, looks like they are moving. And once again, if they all come at us at once, it could test our defenses a little bit. But I'm pretty confident that we'll be fine, especially with this huge surplus of dragons. You know what, let's have some dragons just around the front. Oof, this is huge though, and they've got dragons of their own. Another enemy hero has thrown themselves against our impenetrable line of unfairly strong towers. I'm not sure what he expected, but...
An enemy hero has been destroyed.
Well, his comrade rushed in to try and avenge him, but met the same fate. I'm liking... It feels like we're killing people pretty quickly. So I'm liking that, but sometimes feelings can be a little bit misleading. It's gonna be the statistics at the end that tell us just how good this is. Because numbers, I mean, statistics can be used to mislead, but the numbers in this game are pretty straightforward. And they will tell us for sure whether this is good or whether we should go back to just farming barbarians, which is usually my go-to for farming kills. We'll see. This guy is about to just completely run out of gold. And awful catapult placement. Oh yeah, these dragons outside the towers are just a nasty combination for any enemy to try and get through. To the point where even I'm thinking, like, what would I do if I had to get through this? And I'm thinking I just wouldn't, right? Especially now that these towers have people in them, which means higher range. There's just no way you could possibly deal with this. There's nothing in the game that would have a long enough range. Except maybe dwarven siege weapons. Yeah, you just have to get catapults to take these towers down one at a time. Being very careful that you didn't even for a moment get within range. Looks like you guys are on the verge of... Yeah, this mine has already run dry. Your metal is getting low as well. Even your crystal. Now you're running... Ooh, you've already got mines that have run dry. So it looks like not long from now we will be ending this map. Okay. And I think we're reaching the point where we're probably gonna have to, like, basically end this map. But let's try and squeeze as many kills out of it as we can. I do love it when a crowd of enemies comes towards you and then all dies. But, like, the Inquisitors are getting killed. I want them to use... Where are they getting these random other units from? Like these... How are these guys getting Dwarf Berserk? There must be something about the Knight faction that I'm forgetting that's allowing them to do this. Because their hero is dead. They, like, it can't be their hero that's doing this. It must be something else. Alright, I think it's now time to save and load, just to encourage them to, you know, pick up the pace a little bit. God, this is like, you know, the landing at, you know, Normandy, like Saving Private Ryan. That was Normandy Beach, right? In the Second World War, like just getting cut down by, you know,
Your troops
the
are under attack.
German machine guns landing on the beach. Like it feels just as gruesome, and I guess that makes us the bad guys in that scenario, because like we would be the Germans. So maybe let's try and find a different analogy, but my point was it's very tough to be our enemies and to try and find a way to get through this. Our enemies have largely come to a halt, but no, they're still sending small numbers of things in our direction. What's this group doing? They're just gonna die, is what they're doing. And now you are running out of gold as well, even though you you kept your resources going for the longest. You are fully out of gold, and I think you will also be fully out of gold. And then once you also run out of metal, you'll have a very hard time building anything.
Research complete.
Alright, alright, let's pay attention to the movements from our enemies. I mean, what do we don't really need more dragons. Okay, enough is enough. Let's stop. Our enemies had a hard enough time dealing with towers with nothing in them. Then we put archers in them, made their life even worse, and then we put dragons in front of the towers. We are like, this is some super villain stuff that we're doing right now. And I mean, in more ways than one. It's not just the unfairness of our base setup, it's also the fact that really we came here with the specific intention, like, no real moral reason behind it. All we wanted to do was to kill thousands of people just because, what? Somebody said they'd give us some prize or a title or something. I mean, that's not a good reason to kill, is it? Nevertheless, we're doing it. I mean, the other thing is, yes, okay, we are killing lots of people. However, they are also the ones coming at our base. We're not going after them. They're the ones coming towards us. So I guess in a way we are still mass killers. I mean, and depending on whether we're on the good side or bad side in this war, maybe even mass murderers, you know, if you want to get moral about it. But I mean, I guess, I mean, they're coming towards us, but really all that's really saying is that we're killing them, but not putting a lot of effort into it. We are kind of mass murderers, but of the lazy variety. Like we'll kill you, but like you've got to come to us. We're not gonna come all the way to your house to kill you. No. You gotta pay a visit to us. All right, we've still got people trickling in towards us. But I think it's gonna be time now to do another save and load. Is this gonna... because they've got crowds of units. They're just not... I mean, these guys are doing something. These guys... well, some of their units are moving, but not these huge groups of swordsmen. Same with these guys. Yeah, they've summoned a lot of these dancing swords, but not that many of them are actually coming in our direction. At least not these groups. Hmm. What? What sort of units could we lure them towards us with? Ooh, these Inquisitors do magic damage. That's actually something. I was gonna send my hero, but I don't think that would be a good idea.
Sword for hire. I serve the highest bidder.
Alright.
This will cost. Done. It's your coin. This will cost.
Alright.
I fight, you pay.
Oh, he's dead. He's dead. Because he got critical stunned.
Use your coin.
Oh no, he's alive. He's trying to get their attention.
Sword for hire. Yes.
Right. Mercenary number 2. Can you
I fight,
do
you pay.
what your comrade couldn't?
Cost. I fight, you pay.
Yeah, just get them towards us in small groups.
It's your coin. I fight, you pay. Done.
Yeah, and this group.
It's your coin. Done.
I'm mainly just hoping that
Will cost.
if we get small groups of them to come towards us, then it'll
Done.
encourage them to
I fight, you pay. Done.
like send a larger group
I fight,
against us.
you pay. Done.
If that makes sense.
I fight,
The White
you.
Count
It's your coin.
wishes to help.
Done.
Alright.
I fight, you pay. It's your coin. Done. I fight, you pay. Done.
Right, and these catapults getting taken out should
I fight, you.
help quite a bit.
It's your coin.
Yeah, I think blue is probably largely done building stuff.
Your coin. Done.
Maybe. No, I think he's still building some things.
You pay. It's your coin. I fight. It's your
Alright,
coin.
get these guys.
Your troops are under attack.
And then,
It's your
before you get
coin.
killed, make your way back.
You pay. Done.
Another fairly decent attack from purple. Are we gonna have to manually end this battle? Are we gonna have to do that? Because it looks like they might never completely stop sending stuff in our direction. And nor... like, they also seem to have some groups of troops that are just permanently standing still and glitched somehow, that never really got turned into a proper army.
Point the way.
Alright. Run dry. Okay, it looks like blue is now done. Blue is now no longer sending anything. But green and purple both are, at least for now. Oh yeah, easy, easy,
The highest bidder.
easy.
This will cost. I fight, you pay. fight, you pay. I fight,
Alright.
you pay.
I didn't want to kill their general units, because they could have used them to summon stuff.
It's your coin. Done.
But what else are we gonna do?
I fight, you pay. Will cost.
I want to get the attention of that group of swords.
This will
Get them to
cost.
come in our direction.
I fight, you pay.
Oh, easy, easy. Yeah, looks like blue has pretty much completely checked out. You're about to run out of crystal. You have started running out of crystal. Okay.
Your troops are under attack.
And you didn't fully run out of crystal, but you came close.
The time for peace has ended, yes?
Alright. Where were they? Yeah, come here.
This will cost. It's your coin. Done.
And then go back to the base, and hopefully they follow you the entire way.
I fight, you pay.
Looks like some of them stopped, but
It's your
most of them came along.
I fight, you pay. Done. I fight, you pay.
Alright. One last time, let's save and load. And then I think we're pretty close to just ending this. He's doing something with this peasant. I do think blue is pretty much done though. And so is green. And I think very soon, so will purple.
Point the way. It's your coin. I fight, you pay. Done.
In fact, it looks like it's pretty much over now. Now, they've got some units that are still standing back here, but they're just small numbers of units. I don't think we need to worry that much about. And the speed at which they're sending these trickles of units towards us, I don't think is high enough for us to justify continuing this mission. So I think with all that in mind, it's time to end it. And previously what I did was I'd send my hero to destroy all the buildings. I'm not going to do that this time because the purpose of destroying all their buildings is mainly just to grind up spells. Now that we're done for good with this spell business, I think we've just got to resign and just end the battle a little bit more quickly that way. I mean, yeah, we'll miss out on some kills, but it's not a huge rate of getting kills, right? You want to be getting kills when all of the enemies are sending big armies at you, not when there's only one enemy left that's doing anything, and even that enemy is only sending tiny numbers of things at you, right? So I think you're fully out of crystal, you're fully out of gold. All you have left essentially is metal and stone. I think that might have been the last. That might have been the last thing, because I don't see anything behind that guy. So I think we did wait out all of them. I guess one final time we can save and load, but I think we're pretty much just going to end. Yeah, nothing really happened even on loading the game. I mean, Okay, let's wait for these guys to do whatever they're doing. And then we can wrap things up. Yeah, looks like we are done. So without further ado, let's resign. Alright. Again, it seems to be consistently stuck at around the 5,000 mark. Like, no matter what we do, no matter what enemy we fight, no matter what strange gimmicks they are, it seems like at around this mark, the enemies will just stop doing anything. And there must be something in the game, some internal counter that is telling it that when some threshold is met, it's just telling the enemy to just stop doing anything. But 5,000 is good. We're not gonna pick any of these guys, we're just gonna end this. Let's go back into the campaign. Doesn't matter where we go, because all we're gonna do is we're gonna take a look at our titles. I think we did get one more rank for enemies killed. And you know what? We're at 249 battles won. I tell you what. Let's quickly just do one final joust. Let's see if maybe hitting 250 does anything for us. And it'll give us 3 more enemies killed on top of that as well. And this will be the last thing we do.
Your troops are under attack. An enemy hero has been destroyed. An enemy hero has been destroyed.
Where's this guy going? Come on. Okay. Like, we have to win this battle, otherwise it's not gonna count. That's why I'm annoyed that this guy... Why would you... I mean, there really are times when you're playing when it feels like the game must know what you're doing. Like, only a thinking mind could be this trollish. Even though I know that's not true. Like, sometimes... Like, why would you... What would cause it to send something over there? I'm trying to think of what an AI could interpret as something that means, oh, I'm gonna send... I don't know. Let's not even worry about it. Let's just wrap this up and let's take a look at our hero information, our titles. Yes! We got one more ranking point. We are now level 9 on Battles 1. We are a king. Feels good indeed. Alright. I think I'm feeling pretty good about that. Okay. That is going to be all for this episode. I hope... You know, I mean, I guess we should reflect on what we did. We gained a few ranking points. We killed a bunch of heroes, but the main thing we did was we killed a bunch of enemies to gain 1 rank. Finally, we get an extra rank for Reaver King after crossing 50,000. And then for hitting 250, we gain another rank for Battles 1. So we're getting some good progress done. Oh, and we are also in the 70s for our overall ranking, with a maximum rank, I believe, of 80. So we're getting pretty high up there. Pretty high indeed. Alright, now with that, I think it's time to end things. I hope you guys had a good time. Thanks for watching. And I hope you'll join me for the next episode. And I guess I should mention what I'm gonna do next episode. Next episode, we've done a bunch of grinding episodes in a row. Next episode, we'll do some proper combat. I'm thinking we might finally go to Cosbrock and help the dwarves, except instead of trying to make it a quest grinding thing, we'll just play a proper match and we will let the dwarves build up, because when they build up and when they start building their units, things can get a lot of fun. So I think that's what I'll do next episode, is we'll play this map properly. But anyway, that's gonna be all for now. Once again, thanks for watching. Hope you had a good time. Hope you'll join me for the next one as well, and until then, take care.